Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who Big Finish collection update video. As you can tell at the bottom, I have put all of the Doctors at the bottom. So we have from William Hartnell down to the 14th Doctor, played by David Tennant. So this is my Big Finish collection. As you can see, I kind of put all these into Doctor's order, and then I put the Lost Adventures, rather Lost Stories, that was supposed to be in the original seasons, and some of the newer version books adaptions at the bottom. So let's dive into it, shall we? So for the first Doctor, we have got the First Doctor Adventures, Volume 4, which has got my favourite story in it so far, which is Return to Skaro and the Last of the Remnants. David Bradley does a fantastic performance as the First Doctor. If I was going to meet him, if I ever get the chance to meet David Bradley, I'm going to get him to sign Return to Skaro because it's absolutely brilliant. Then carrying on with the First Doctor now, we have William Russell and Mira O'Brien in The Doctor's Tale. I haven't really listened to this one yet because I have heard it is an actual Christmas episode, so I'm waiting to listen to that round about Christmas time because I think it might be good to sit down and listen to that during Christmas Day or something. And then of course we have The Sontarans with Peter Purves and Jane Marsh. Now this takes place somewhere in the middle of the Daleks' master plan. I have to admit, I think it's actually an interesting story. Then the second Doctor, we have The Forsaken with Alan Wilkes and Fraser Hines. So this is the second Doctor travelling with Jamie, Ben and Polly. I haven't really listened to this one yet, but I'm really looking forward to listening to that one. Then of course we have The Black Hole with Fraser Hines and Debbie Wilding, who unfortunately isn't with us anymore, who plays Victoria. So I'm really looking forward to listening to this one. And I believe the villain is the meddling monk that we meet in the Time Middler. And then, of course, we have Peter Purves, Fraser Hines, Wendy Perry in a good Doctor Who story, Daughter of God. This is an ultimate version of the Daleks' master plan, and it's a good multi-Doctor story. Absolutely enjoy that one. Then, of course, we have the Third Doctor Adventures, Volume 1, which has got two stories, Prisoners of the Lake and Havoc of the Empires, with Tim Taylor. I think his impression of John Pertwee is absolutely brilliant. I do enjoy listening to him. And then, of course, we have Volume 3, which has got The Consequence of Fur and Storm of Huxford, if I said that right. I haven't really listened to this one yet, so it is in the list. Coming into the Fourth Doctor now, so we have Night of Fascinarada. Now, this is from Classic Doctor's New Monsters, Volume 2. And, of course, the Fourth Doctor versus Fascinarada is absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, we have Energy of the Daleks, Return to Teros. Then, of course, the Fourth Doctor Adventures Series 7, Volume 1, which, as you can see, it's got the Sons of Kaldor, the Crow Marsh Experiment, the Mind Runners, and the Demon Rises. I have listened to this one. I have got a review to come out on this one. I just want to listen, and I want to finish listening to this one off first. So we have Series 7, Volume 2 of the Fourth Doctor Adventures, which has got The Age of Sutekh, The Shadows of London, The Bad Penny, and Kill the Doctor. And then the last Tom Baker one I've got, which is The Mavellan Grave, and this is from Series 6.7. I really like the way how they do these box sets. I wish I kind of did the early ones with the box sets as well. Then, of course, we have the Fifth Doctor box set. I bought this off somebody on Facebook, and they have got it signed by Peter Davison, which is these two stories. I can't really say the name, sorry. I hate having dyslexia. And then the Classic Doctor's New Monsters, Volume 1, which is basically the first story, which is Fallen Angels. The Fifth Doctor versus the Weeping Angels. This is an absolutely cracking story. I have got a review coming out on this one. I absolutely love it. And then Classic Doctors Volume 2 with Empire of the Arachnos. Again, another good story for the Fifth Doctor. And then we have The Toy, read by Sarah Sutton, and it features not one but two versions of the Master, played by Roger Delgado and Anthony Ainley, but not really them, but you know. Then, of course, we jump into Alien Heart and Dalek Soul, Warzone / Conversion, and then the last Peter Davison one I've got so far, which is 42. And the story that we have in here is The Auton Infinity. I absolutely in the middle. It's actually a good 6-part story. I do want to give this one a good review, so I do want to listen to this one again. I have to admit, this is one of my favourite Peter Davison stories from Big Finish, because, again, it feels much like a Pertwee story. It is 6 parts, and it's absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, we have The Mysterious Penguin for Colin Baker. And then Real Time. I haven't really listened to this one yet. I'm really looking forward to it. I have watched the cartoon version of it back when it was available on YouTube. It's not available anymore on YouTube, so I am looking forward to listening to that one. And then, of course, we have Hour of the Cybermen. My favourite Colin Baker story of the Cybermen, I have to admit, is it's definitely took over Attack of the Cybermen, which is my favourite TV story of Colin. But for Big Finish, it's my favourite Big Finish with Colin. I absolutely love this one. And the Sixth Doctor has to work with Unit against the Cybermen. Absolutely love that one. Then, of course, we have Juju in Chains, which is from Classic Doctor's New Monsters Volume 1. I have listened to this one. It's actually quite interesting with the Sixth Doctor versus the Juju. Well, I thought it'd be like that, but it's actually not. The Sixth Doctor comes across Juju in a circus. Actually, it's really interesting. It's actually quite funny as well, with some good moments. And then carrying on down here now with the second shelf, we have the Carrier Knight Curse, which is from Classic Doctor's New Monsters Volume 2. So this is the third story. So we have Classic Doctor's New Monsters. And then, of course, we have the Juggernauts, which is an actually interesting story. And it is an actual fantastic prequel to Remembrance of the Daleks as well. And then jumping into the 7th Doctor with Silver and Ice. This is an interesting Cyberman story. I have to admit, I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I do want to give this one a re-listen, because I have got a review planned for this one. But there's some stuff in my notes that I can't read my own writing, so I have to go back and listen to on what I was actually trying to say. We Are the Daleks. This is a fantastic one with the Doctor and Mel. Really great story. Terror of the Santarans, a fantastic McCoy Santaran story. Absolutely love that one. Harvest of the Cigarettes. Now, this is from Classic Doctor's New Monsters Volume 1. I haven't really listened to this one yet, but it's on there. And then, of course, we have Sylvester McCoy in The Two Masters. I absolutely love this story. It's absolutely brilliant. Alex McQueen is brilliantly as the Master, and I really want him as a TV Master. Light at the End is next for a good multi-Doctor story with Tom Baker, Pete Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and Paul McGann. Absolutely brilliant. I love that one. Then going into the actual Paul McGann range, I haven't really got many of his early adventures, so this is what I've got. So I've got The Silver Turk, a fantastic 8th Doctor Cyberman story. Hoffhouse, a fantastic Krynoid story. Absolutely brilliant. This is the Krynoid's only return to the universe, either since the Season of Doom, and it's on Big Finish. It's absolutely brilliant. And Paul McGann's absolutely brilliant as well. I do like the fact we re-meet the Krynoids. Wirren Drawn, again, the return of the Wirren, absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, jumping into the Dark Eyes range now with Dark Eyes 1, 2, 3, and 4. My favourite box set of this has got to be the first one, because it does set it all up absolutely brilliantly. I absolutely love that artwork as well. And then, of course, I have Reminus 4, which has got not one, but 4 Masters in there against the 8th Doctor. I'm on the second story at the moment. I absolutely love the first story with the 8th Doctor travelling with the 11. Really looking forward to that one. And then, of course, we have Day of Fashionarada, which is from Classic Doctor's New Monsters Volume 2. And then the Santoran Ordo. This is from the first issue of Classic Doctor's New Monsters. I do want to listen to this one when I get around to it. The Legacy of Time. I'm in the middle of listening to this one as well, and I've got a review planned. And then, of course, coming down here, so we're coming to the end of Paul McGann now with the Time War 1 and Time War 2. Sorry, these mixed up. And then, of course, for the War Doctor, I have his first box set, Only the Monstrous, and then Casualties of War for John Hurt. Christopher Eccleston, so we've got Ravagers, a fantastic little box set. Lost Warriors, this is my favourite box set with the 9th Doctor to date. I am sorry to say that. And then, of course, Into the Stars. As you can tell, I am missing Calls to Response and Old Friends, which is the 2 I do really want to get at some point. Same with the second series of his box sets, because we do have Back to Earth and Hidden Deeps, which has got the Sea Devils in it. So I really do want to listen to that one. It's the Sea Devils only Doctor Who story they've actually been in. This is my least favourite Tennant audio because of the whole lovey-dovey stuff between Ten and Rose, but it's not absolutely brilliant. The 10th Doctor Adventures Volume 1. Now, this is a great start to listen to the 10th Doctor, and it really does brilliantly for the 14th Doctor as well. I do highly recommend this one before you watch the 60th anniversaries. And then, of course, we have a fantastic multi-Doctor trilogy now with Out of Time. Again, this is my favourite one because it's just got Daleks and Tom Baker, my favourite Doctor, with my old least favourite Doctor. I'm afraid my least favourite Doctor now is, of course, Jodie Whittaker. But if she jumps into Big Finish, she'll probably move up a bit in the list. Out of Time 2, fantastic Sandman story. My second favourite story has got to be this multi-Doctor story. I would ever thought that the 6th and 10th Doctors would actually meet in audio, and they have, and it's absolutely brilliant. The 11th Doctor Chronicles Volume 2 by Jacob Dubman. Fantastic, I have to admit. And then, of course, Time Jacked. I have to be honest here, I absolutely love this one more than this one. I have to be honest, I absolutely love Time Jacked more than this one. And then, of course, for the spin-off side, so we have Gallifrey, which is Square One. Torchwood Death in Venice. And then, of course, the War Master, Anti-Genesis. So I'm really looking forward to diving into this one. I'm really looking forward to seeing what I think of the War Master. And then, of course, coming into the Lost Story side now, which is Lords of the Red Planet. This is basically what was supposed to be for season 6, but it was replaced with the Seeds of Death. Philip Hinchcliffe presents Volume 1, which has got the Ghosts of Grasdor and the Demon's Armand. Haven't really listened to this one yet. I know it's part of the Lost Story, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Philip Hinchcliffe presents the Genesis Chamber. Really looking forward to that one. And, of course, we have the Arm of Orion. And then, of course, we have the First Santarans. Now, this was actually originally planned to be in season 22, but it was rewritten for the 2 Doctors. So it's actually quite interesting to listen to the First Santarans. I do have a audio coming later on today, so there might be an unboxing video today or tomorrow, which is Mission to Maglos, which is a lost story from the original season 23. And I've got the Toggy book of it, but I'm really looking forward to sitting down and listening to that story come back to life. And then, of course, we have Thin Ice for the Lost Stories. Again, this would have been for season 27 if the show never got put axed. To be honest with you, I think this is an absolutely iconic story. I absolutely love this one. I do hope that it could be re-looked at and rewritten for a modern Doctor Who story, because I just think it's absolutely brilliant and splendid. And then, of course, diving into the New Adventures side, which is the Doctor Who books that came out in the 90s, and some of them have been written for Big Finish. So we have Russell T Davies, Rennie Ritt, Damaged Goods. This is a good McCoy story. Really, really good. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely splendid, I have to admit. I absolutely do love that one. And then for another adaptation, we have Nightshade. This one, I have to be honest, I'm surprised how good this one is, because I really do like the callbacks to the first Doctor adventures. I really like the way how he talks about Susan, and Caroline Ford does come back into this story. It's absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, for the Target, not Target book, sorry, for the New Adventures as well, I picked up this one recently, which is a limited edition of the 4th Doctor stories, which is Romance of Crime and the English Ray of Death. Haven't dived into this one, but I'm absolutely looking forward to diving into it at some point. And then just this one is just a brilliant one-off. It is the 6th Doctor's Last Adventure. I actually picked this up from a car boot, believe it or not. Only for £5 as well. It is a bit battered, but the discs are in good nick. I have to be honest with you, I absolutely love this one. I didn't think this was my first ever piece of Colin Baker. So This was my first ever piece of Colin Baker on Big Finish. And yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And it was a good buy from a car boot. And to be honest with you, it was my 5th Big Finish I actually ever got. I absolutely love it. Brilliant stories. I like the way how it fits into Tamala Rani with the regeneration, with the Doctor about saying, yes, I will regenerate. Our future is in safe hands. And that is my Big Finish collection. I have got one coming later on today, so there will be an unboxing video at some point, which is the Mission to Maglus, which is a Colin Baker story set for the original season 23. I absolutely love that story in Target Book range. If I just quickly grab it. So this is it in the Target Book range, and I have to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to listening to it on CD. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share, and let me know in the comments, what is your favourite Big Finish story? Who is your favourite Doctor from Big Finish? Because Big Finish has really helped with the 8th Doctor, in my opinion. It's really grown, in my opinion, for the 8th Doctor, and of course with the 6th Doctor as well. I have dived into more with Colin Baker recently with Big Finish, and to be honest with you, I have been rethinking about how I rank each of the Doctors, so that's probably going to change, but I'm going to wait until the 14th Doctor comes along, so in the 60th anniversaries, and see what I think. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, share, and join for more awesome Doctor Who content.